Good evening, humans. TyrannosaurusMoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Ultimate Edition Doink the Clown figure from Mattel. Who thought we would ever get a Doink the Clown Ultimate Edition? And yeah, this made a lot of 2022 top wrestling figure of the year lists. So the question is, does it deserve that sort of hype? Does this live up to that? And we're going to talk about that. So let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks fantastic, and clearly they did not hold back in terms of going for accuracy and just kind of leaning into the ridiculousness of the character. We start off with the bodysuit, and just really well done, very clean lines all over the place. Just pretty much everything you would expect to see on this particular wrestler's gear. So we got boots that we've seen many times before. I'm sure there's a lot of reuse here, but yeah, just proportions overall look good as well. And then we get to the face, and we have three different face sculpts. We're going to look at those obviously in the next section. But I mean, I'm floored by the level of accuracy they've got here. This being based off Matt Bourne, the original wrestler who portrayed the gimmick, and it unreal. Even with makeup and the cowl and the hair and stuff like that, I mean, you can definitely tell this is Matt Bourne's likeness. And they did an insane job here. I am continually blown away by the Mattel WWE team's just ability to kind of capture these likenesses, even without the obviously Matt Bourne has passed away, RIP. But to be able to get that likeness without being able to do a scan or anything like that. So just kudos to them. So really, just an incredible looking figure. We get an absolutely killer amount of accessories here, possibly more than we've gotten with almost any other Ultimate Edition. Well, we'll see. We'll delve into it. So let's dive right in with hands. So right out of the box, we get a couple of fists, then our requisite C grips, and finally some splayed out hands. Then we get to the big giant hammer. Very well done, very cleanly painted all around. Just has that big, goofy, cartoony look. And then let's move on to the heads. And we get three of them. So we get the kind of serious one we saw before. Then we get the full-on laughing head. Again, that likeness just eerily spot on. And finally, the kind of mischievous face. And here's where I say this might have the most accessories, is that it's not just three separate heads, but the hair is actually just here on a peg. So you can remove those and interchange them as you wish. So you actually have like 6 completely different looks. Is that right? I don't know, I'm terrible at math. But you have just so many variations you can do. Just fantastic work on their behalf. I think that was brilliant. Then finally, we get the jacket, and this is unreal for soft goods for a Mattel figure, like fully lined. Usually they'll kind of do like the inside here and maybe the top of the collar, but fully lined with that kind of diamond pattern. And then we get nice shade of red. We get buttons on the bottom here, the darting. We get buttons here on the front. We do get the flower with the kind of angry flower face. Trying to get that to focus a little bit better. There we go. And everything is cuffed, so it feels very heavy duty. This feels like an actual piece of clothing. So just fantastic work. So that's accessories. When it comes to articulation, we get everything we pretty much expect from the Ultimate Editions at this point, which is to say it's excellent. So let's break that down top to bottom. And we are on our dumbbell joint at the head. So we're getting down about that much, getting up about that much, and we got lots of tilt, always nice. We do have butterfly joints, which are getting us both there and there, and these are the newer kind of rubbery feeling butterfly joints. For our arms, we're coming up into our T. We do have bicep swivel. We do have double jointed elbows. We have hinge and swivel at the wrists. We have a ball joint, at the diaphragm, getting us all around like that. Our crunch, not really anything forward, a little bit back. Oh, gonna lose the hair there. And of course we get some side to side. We do have a swivel at the waist. Our hips coming out here, not full splits, but still pretty excellent. Then we get, for our kick forward, coming to about there, so we're not quite hitting 90. We do have some thigh swivel. We have double jointed knees bringing us to there. We have boot swivel. And then of course, actually I haven't heated this one up yet. We do have, there we go, some really nice point, some insane forward. And of course we have our toe joint and then the tiniest bit of rocker. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other WWE figures, with some other wrestling lines, with some Hasbro and some other Mattel, with some imports, with some monsters. Finally, with an articulated icons, Oni and yours truly in human form as a Valaverse Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the Ultimate Edition Doink figure is that this deserves all the praise it got. It deserves being on top 10 wrestling list for 2022. It's just, you know, between the accessories, the like almost eerie likeness for the head sculpts, the articulation, of course, just, you know, all fantastic and just totally a top tier Ultimate Edition in general, which is awesome. Unfortunately, though, this was only part of the New Generation Ring campaign that went on 2 years ago at this point, I think, 2020-ish, 2019, somewhere in there. Maybe it was 2021, I have no sense of time, but in any event, so this was the only way to get that figure. So if you didn't get it through that, then the secondary market is your only hope, which was mine. And thankfully, prices weren't too bad when I was able to snag mine, but you know, it is what it is. So if you are looking for this, I wish you the best in finding it. And if maybe you just were someone who got the ring and didn't unbox the figure and don't want to, you know, I hope I gave you some insight into everything going on here. So yeah, at the end of the day, I hope that you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And if you want to take the next level and help me even more, there's ways to do that listed in the description. So thank you so much. And I hope that you come back and join me, because I do at least 3 videos a week with usually reviews related of action figures, related to either tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, or pro wrestling, and sometimes more. So yeah, hope to see you back. And with all that being said, I hope you take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.